Good day. Commissioner Forrest here, Scotland Yard. I'm going to take you through a sample case so you can see just how to use the hints, notes, facts and clues in this game. This will help you understand what to write down and how to tie it all together when you play a real case. This sample case does not show up on your DVD. It is here to show you how information that the butler and the inspector tell you can narrow down your choices and point you in the right direction. In this example, we use an X to show when we've seen a card and can definitely eliminate it. We use a slash to show when something is probably not involved in the case, but we haven't seen the card yet to know for sure. At the beginning of this case, you are dealt the following cards: Prince Azure, Rusty, Dawn, Lunch and Billiard Room. Because these cards are in your hand, you know for a fact they cannot be in the case file envelope. Mark these with an X on your clue pad to indicate that they have been eliminated from suspicion. A few turns later, you summon the butler, who says, "A few days ago, Rusty spilled an enormous vat of custard all over the kitchen. Mrs. White had to spend all day yesterday cleaning and waxing the floor, so no one was allowed in there until today." The butler's hint tells you that Mrs. White was cleaning the kitchen floor all day and that no one was allowed in. This implies that Mrs. White and the kitchen were not involved in the crime and are not in the case file envelope. Use a slash to indicate this suggestion. You can change the slash to an X when you verify the information after seeing the cards. After a few more turns, you summon the butler again. This time he tells you, "By the time I went to bed after midnight, all of the jewellery had been locked up and accounted for." This hint implies that since all of the jewellery was accounted for, none of it could have been stolen and therefore none of the jewellery cards could be in the case file envelope. Mark all of the jewellery with slash marks until you verify the information by seeing the cards. This time you decide to look at an inspector's note. You flip to the back of the instructions and find the note. It reads, "Sometime after the guests had their tea, Mrs. Meadowbrook saw someone sneaking about looking quite suspicious." This could lead you to believe that the crime took place sometime after tea time. You have already eliminated Dawn and Lunch because you have these cards in your hand. Mark the remaining times before tea time with a slash. On your next few turns, you make suggestions and have eliminated some more information. Your clue pad now looks like this. You decide to look at another inspector's note. It reads, "Around midnight, Rusty discovered that one of the antiques was missing from its display case in the north wing." This note gives you a strong suggestion that the item stolen was an antique and it was taken from one of the rooms in the north wing. You use a slash to mark the other items and locations. You've already narrowed down a lot of the information, but you decide to summon the butler one more time. This time he says, "I'm embarrassed to tell you this, but I overheard Colonel Mustard, Professor Plum and Mr. Green arguing over who had the best collection of antiques. It was rather childish, to say the least. Nevertheless, one of them, I'm not sure who, was quite upset afterwards." From this hint, you deduce that your suspect was probably Colonel Mustard, Professor Plum or Mr. Green. You put a slash next to the other suspects. At this point, your final notes are pointing towards who? Possibly Mr. Green, Professor Plum, or Colonel Mustard. What? Revolver, spyglass, or rare book. When? Possibly tea time, dusk, dinner, night, or midnight. Where? Hall or lounge. I hope this helped. Good luck to you.
Do you serve tea?
No.
Answer the door?
No.
Mind the children?
Heavens, no. My expertise is early 20th century petty crime. Stolen watches, forged checks, crime solving.
New Clue DVD. The Usual Suspects now on screen. Tour through Tudor Mansion. Collect virtual evidence and be a part of the adventure. A new mystery with every game.
Mind the children. Oh, the horror.
Clue DVD. Step into the mystery.
I've finished my discussions with Ash, the butler, and have asked him to start searching the house, looking for some of those missing items. Feel free to summon him to help with your investigations. He is the eyes and ears of the place and may have something of interest to say. I've completed my initial survey of the grounds. I've asked the butler to unlock the doors so that you can extend your investigation outside. Remove the padlocks from the 3 outside doors. You may now pass through those doors. I've found something out that I think might help with this case. I've written it down for you to examine when you have a chance. It's a new note. A vital piece of information has just come to my attention. I've made a note for you that you should read when you can. This might be the break you're looking for. You're all doing great work. It's time to pool our resources. Everyone select one card from your hand that you're going to turn into the evidence room. Has everyone got a card? Good! Now turn in your cards. We'll crack this case yet. Scotland Yard is getting impatient and wants results. We're going to have to work together on this. Everyone select one card from your hand that you're going to turn into the evidence room. Has everyone got a card? Good. Now turn in your cards.
I'm afraid I'm going off duty now. I shall now be going off duty. Good luck with your investigations.
I found some news that you might find very interesting. I've written it down for you to examine when you can. It could be an important clue. Oh dear, one of you has been hoarding information. Come now, we'll never solve this case with that attitude. The player with the most cards must turn in one card to the evidence room. If 2 or more players are tied, then all who are tied must turn one card in.